Hey guys, it's Mrs. Chefcheck here. Today we are going to be working on solving two-step equations, and this time we will focus on those equations that have fractions in them. You're going to notice the steps are actually exactly the same. We just have to put another layer into it once we start dealing with our fractions. So this first example is one I just want you to watch along with. So you can set your pencil down and watch as I show you how we can solve this equation, which is also located on page 292 in your book in case you want to be able to look back at this later. All right, so I have 4 plus 1/5 r equals -1. So we're still going to try to isolate our variable and get that r all by itself. First thing we'll have to do is get rid of that plus 4. So how am I going to do that? If you thought -4 from both sides, that would be a great suggestion. All right, so that would leave me with 1/5 times r equals -1 minus 4 is -5. All right, now I've got 1/5 r equals -5. And so what we've been doing this whole time is every time we have a number in front of our variable, we have that coefficient, we've always divided by that number, right? So I could divide by 1/5. And then I'd have to divide over here by 1/5, right? And that leaves me with r equals, now I'm going to have to take this right here and kind of write that off to the side. I've got -5 divided by 1/5. And I know that when I divide fractions, I don't just flip the second number and multiply. So I can take that -5 and turn it into -5/1. And I'm multiplying by the reciprocal of 1/5, which is 5/1. When I do that, I get -25/1, or just -25. All right, now that took a little bit of extra work to do that, and so I want to show you another thing we could have done. I'm going to back this up here. Another thing we could have done, instead of dividing by 1/5, we could have also instead just multiplied by the reciprocal right away. So the reciprocal of 1/5 would be 5/1, and I can do the same thing to the right side, and that saved me a step here. I didn't have to do any division, because 5 times 1 is 5, and 1 times 5 is 5. 5/5 would have canceled out and left me with just r. On the right side over here, we'd have -5 times 5, which is still -25. Either way that we solved it, we'd get an answer of -25. All right, so to check our solution now, because it does ask us to check it, we need to plug that answer back into our original equation and then see if it's a true statement. So I have 4 plus 1/5 times, now instead of r, I'm going to put what I got for r and see if it equals -1. And I've got 1/5 times -25. Well, that's -5. And when I add 4 to that, I'm wondering, do I get -1? Well, 4 plus -5 is -1. -1 equals -1. It checks. My answer of -25 is correct. All right, now I'd like you to grab your pencil and open your textbook to page 292. That's where we're going to find our next problem. And this is the check problem on that page. So let's get this one started. Write this one down with me, please. All right, so right now I've got -2 plus 2/3 w equals 10. We know that we have to get rid of this plus -2 first so that we can help isolate our variable with undoing that multiplication second. So in order to undo -2, or to get rid of this -2, if you will, we need to add 2, because -2 plus 2 is going to cancel out, right? And then we're going to do that on the other side. And so on the left-hand side, I just bring down 2/3 times w, and that's equal to 12. All right, now at this point, again, you have two options. You could either divide both sides by 2/3, or you can multiply both sides by the reciprocal. The reciprocal of 2/3 is 3/2, and I've got to do it on the other side as well. And then if I do 3 times 2, that's 6. 2 times 3 is 6. 6/6 equals 1. And so this is going to cancel out to 1 times w, or just w. And then I'm going to do 12 times 3 over 2, and that's 12 times 3 is 36. 1 times 2 is 2. And at this final step, I'm going to simplify. 36 divided by 2 gives me an answer of 18. And now if I want to check my answer, I'm going to plug that back in. -2 plus 2/3 times 18 equals 10. And 2/3 of 18 is 12. -2 plus 12 equals 10. And yes, 10 equals 10. It checks. Our next problem comes from page 297. So take a second to get to that page. And you can either pause the video and try it on your own, or we can do this one together. I'll let you decide. All right, so when I'm solving this problem, I'm trying to isolate that x. I'm isolating that variable. The way I have to do that is subtracting 2 from both sides so that I can have 1/6 x by itself. Over on the right side, I've got -4 plus -2, or -4 minus 2, and I get an answer of -6. So now I could either divide both sides by the coefficient of x, so I could divide both sides by 1/6, or multiply both sides by the reciprocal of that. To cancel it out, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to multiply by 6 over 1, which we know is just 6. I could have just written 6 there. And then I'm left with x equals -6 times 6, which is -36. And if I want to check my answer, I have 2 times 1/6 times 2 plus 1/6 times -36 equals -4. 1/6 of -36 is -6. If I add 2 to that, I get -4. And yes, that checks with what we had up above. All right, I'm hoping you're noticing that the steps are going to be exactly the same as our two-step equations with integers. You just have to be cautious about how you're getting rid of those fractions. I'd like you to go to page 297 and pause the video so that you can now try this on number 11 and 12 on your own. And then once you have it set, push play and then check and see if you did it correctly. All right? All right, I'm going to show my steps here. I'm going to add 7 to both sides, and I have -1/2 x equals 25. To undo or get rid of that -1/2, I'm going to multiply by -2 over 1. I'm going to do the same thing on the right side. That cancels, and I'm left with x equals 25 times -2, which is -50. I'm not going to check my answer. I'm just going to keep us rolling here. On the one next to it, I'm going to start by subtracting 5 from both sides, and that leaves me with -9 minus 5 is -14, equal to 2/7 x. And then to cancel out that fraction, I'm going to multiply both the left and right side by 7 over 2. And 2 over 2 and 7 over 7 are going to cancel, leaving me with x. And now on the right-hand side, I've got to turn -14 into -14 over 1. I multiply straight across. Actually, sorry, I'm going to simplify before I multiply to make this easier. I can divide 2 out, and I can divide 2 out. And then I have 7 times 7, which is 49. 1 times 1, which is 1, and a positive times a negative, which is a negative. In other words, x is equal to -49.